Hello out there and welcome to English Teacher Plays. We're here with Cyber Control, Another Life, which is a new game. It's on Steam and we're going to play. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to begin a new life. Woo! Super fun. There's no data. Begin a new life. Alright. So, complete immersion in the gloomy streets of the metropolis and best sound of the chaos of virtual reality is recommended to use headphones. Sure. Got it. Got my headphones here. The game world you're about to explore may become indistinguishable from reality. In this world, every action and choice can have an impact not only on the narrative, but also on your mental state. Okay, bold claim. If you feel that the line between the game and life is beginning to blur and the immersion is becoming too deep and overwhelming, then we urge immediately stop playing before it's too late. Got it. So there's your warning. Oh, we've got another warning. All the images, events, and names in this game are the fruit of a gloomy imagination. Any coincidences with real personalities or events are just random reflections of our sinister world. Immerse yourself with caution. Okay. So we're going to get some story, presumably, here. Okay. In the year 2125, the planet is shrouded in thick darkness of dystopia. Okay. The world as our ancestors knew it has long disappeared. Yep. We've got a dystopia, and there's guns. The planet is crippled by endless cycles of conflict over the last remaining drops of resources. Got it. All states are lost. Metropolises rise instead. Endless bastions of iron and glass where corporations rule. Cool. Ironview stands out among them, a monolithic metropolis, the last oasis in a sea of chaos and devastation. I thought there were lots of metropolises. Seems weird that it would be the last oasis, but whatever. A man is bustling around in it who was accepted for the position of a border patrol officer due to strange circumstances. That's super awkward, but okay. His name is still unknown, but his fate will be the key to solving many mysteries, plans, and intrigues that permeate the streets of the metropolis. Cool. I'm ready for a game. Each choice in the end can not only determine his own fate, but also the life of the whole of Ironview. Okay. Recruitment Department, Neuronetics Corporation, blah, blah, blah. Dear candidate, in accordance with the requirements for considering your candidacy for the position of a border officer, we strongly ask you to provide the following information and materials. Fill out the form carefully to speed up the processing of your request. Enter your full name using your ID passport. Mr. Jacobs. Sure. Oh, right. So we're going to go by Mr. and Jacobs. Why not? I guess we'll be male. Why not? And we can pick a... We can pick a dude to look like, I guess. I don't know. The gray hair looks pretty good. Yeah. Right, we submitted our fingerprint. The dawn of another life. Alright, I'm ready. So, is it a Papers, Please kind of situation? Because I did like Papers, Please. I never beat it, but a new resolution is available. In order to strengthen the socio-cultural and economic stability of the metropolis of Ironview, as well as to maintain security and prevent possible threats from outside, only residents of Ironview who have an identity card confirming this are allowed to enter and stay in the territory of Metropolis. The resolution is aimed at ensuring control over the flow of people, combating illegal migration, and creating a favorable public order within the boundaries of the metropolis. We ask all border guards to strictly follow this decree and not allow persons without the status of a resident of Ironview to enter the territory. Right. Cool, so it is Papers, Please. Alright. Well, I'm ready then. Okay. After reading the text in the dialogue, you need to click on it to continue the comment. To select one of the answer options, you need to hold down. Okay. Got it. Good morning, new employee. My name is Martin Reed. I'm your boss. I want to make sure that there won't be any problems for you. Let's start with the main thing. Have you been briefed yet? Start training. Hello, Martin Reed. No one briefed me. I need detailed information about what needs to be done. Alright, I warn you right away. At the beginning, it may seem difficult, but then you'll begin to understand everything. Got it? Start with a simple one. Your job is to check documents and then issue a pass or refusal. Sure. A table with information about the person who wants to get a pass. Above this tablet will be its documents. You need to compare all the data of the document with the tablet. Name, date of birth, expiration date, and so on. Suppose you see the name Mark is indicated in the documents, but the person is listed in the database as Martin. This means there is an error in the documents, either accidental or documents are forged. First, you need to circle this error. Just point with your finger, and your brain implant will highlight the selected text for you. Cool? I'm following along. After that, click on the device that is located on the top left of your desk. It's called the docker, and shows you the presence or absence of an error. If there's no mistake, then you look further. I didn't find any errors. You give a pass. But if there is, then this is more interesting. You have two ways. Either immediately issue a refusal and send the citizen home, or inform him about it. I advise you to always choose the second option because sometimes they give out old documents with new ones in their hands. Well, or there are different situations when a person can still be missed, right? Remember that you can only get money for right decisions. You can skip a person with a mistake, but you won't get money for it. Everything is clear and you can start practicing. Or is it worth repeating everything again? Everything is clear. Let's get into it. Cool? Great, I'll give you the old documents now. Try to find an error in it and tell me about it. Remind you to find an error, mark it on the document, and click on the docker to talk. Okay. If an error is found in the document, you need to click on it. Yeah, got that. Martin Reed. What? Martin Reed. Right. Oh dang, we can see all of his implants and stuff. Jesus. Okay. I haven't found any issues yet. I feel like it would have been more obvious. Forbidden. Inconsistent residents of other metropolises. Right. Okay, I don't... Oh, this is just yeah, okay. So everything we're looking for is here. Not sick. I don't know. Right. I don't see anything wrong with it. Ugh. Martin Reed, 55 years old. I don't know. Oh, that's the problem, is that it's out of date. Expiration date has already expired. Right. Well, there's nothing complicated. Yes, these are my old documents that I show to beginners for practice. Right. Second documents that I use. Then you have to give me a pass. It's one of the tabs on the tablet. Okay. You scroll down the text. Okay, got it. Okay. Cool, great. See, there's nothing complicated about document verification. Got it. I think I'll even ask to get paid for this as if I were a real citizen in need of a pass. Strange that you didn't ask how a person's information gets into your tablet. I wanted to tell you about the camera scanner, which matches a person's face with remote databases. Got it. But I guess you're not very interested. Well, that concludes our briefing. Okay. Damn. Well, with real citizens. Let me remind you once again, you can issue a pass or deny entry by deliberately choosing the wrong decision. You won't get paid for it, but you might change someone's fate. Just remember that all decisions and consequences will be on your conscience. Oh, right, I almost forgot to tell you. You have the new Docker 2.0 version, which will notify you if you make a mistake. Which doesn't show the reason for an error, but you're lucky, as working with this version will be much easier. Got it? Cool. Steven. I'm not Steven. My name is Mr. Really? Maybe there's another mix-up in the documents. Okay. I urgently need to get to Ironview. Hello, what is your urgency? A person close to me has died, and the funeral is scheduled for today. Okay, I understand your reason for showing me your documents. Okay. Nika Grimm. That all matches. I don't see any issues. Has a criminal record. Yeah. Cool. Right? Expiration date. Right. My name is Nicholas Frame. I'm a famous scientist. You've probably heard about me from my experiments with genetics. Fortunately, my research and experiments have been banned in Italo, so I want to return home to Ironview. But already in your native metropolis. Exactly. I always knew that it was not worth giving up Ironview citizenship. Anything can happen. My work will be recognized as unethical and put on the wanted list. It's good that I can return home where I'm safe. So where's my pass? First, show me your documents. Here you go. Okay. 1505 2125. Cool. So that's all good. Right. Has a criminal record. Not sick. I don't know. I'm not good at this kind of work. This is, yeah. I'm sure I got this wrong as well. Welcome to Ironview. Glad to continue my experiments. Nice. Okay, so I got that one right. Yay! Next. What is your purpose for crossing the border? Oh, greetings. Are you new here? I haven't seen you before. Didn't Martin mention me? You mean Martin Reed? No, was he supposed to? Since I last did this. My name is Ethan Zuckerman, and I represent the analytical company AI Cat from Neuronetics Corporation. Okay. Border officers are underpaid, so we've made an arrangement with your management for cooperation. You agree to participate in surveys, and we pay you extra for valuable data. Okay. But I also get a share of the bonuses. I have a hobby. I make small indie games, and if you take the survey, it will really help me. Don't worry, this isn't a quiz. There are no right or wrong answers. Only your opinion matters. Okay. Cool. Sure, let's take the survey. It also helps with your hobby. Yep. Thank you so much for agreeing. Let's see what today's questions are. If everything around you is a simulation, does it matter for your existence? No. If your personality could be preserved in digital form, would you want to continue existing this way after your death? Yes. If a person loses their memory, do they lose their identity? No. There you go. Everything went smoothly. You received your payment and got a little money for my hobby. I'll be back tomorrow with a new survey. Hope you won't refuse me again. Have a great day at work. Thanks, you too. Okay. Cool. I don't remember who I am. Do you not remember who you are? Look at the documents. Everything is written there. Documents, I have them with me. I think it's me in the photo, but I don't remember my past. Sure. Can you let me through? I have to find out who I am, find out about my past. Okay. Weird. 11:05. So his... expiration date. Oh. Yeah, we want to talk to him first. What? What mistake? Am I not Stan Holt? You are Stan Holt, but the mistake is the expiration date of the document. Yep. As of yesterday. And why I need to get to Ironview. Right? Cool. Well, let's pass him anyway. Here are your documents. I hope you find out who you are, how you got here, and find help in the metropolis. Oh, thank you. Can I go now? Yeah, it was only one date. Right, so I didn't get paid for that. I don't know what the money's for. We don't know what money's for yet. My name is David Slick, but you probably already figured it out. What? Why should I know you? Have you never heard of me? I killed in the war so many of these puppies from Yapter. Yes, they talked about you somewhere in the news, I think. Yes, where have they not talked about me? I've become a damn legend. And why do you want to return to Ironview? In my recent fight, I got a serious wound to the knee from a pathetic Yapter. I want to rest at home and regain my strength. Okay, cool. And I need to give a bunch of interviews about my exploits. It's clear. Your documents, please. Don't damage them. 2506. Cool, so that's David Slick. Yeah, it all looks to be in order, I guess. Yep. Cool. If only you had a reason. I'm a war hero, not some puppy. Whatever you say, next. Cool. What is the purpose of your visit? Wow, they found a replacement for me quickly. My name is Shader Zahn. I worked before your appointment. Oh, right. Thank you for the information, but you still haven't named the purpose of your visit. I'm going back to Ironview from Griefforce. After I was fired, I wanted to relax at the sea, and now I'm going back to find a new job. Is this enough, or maybe you need to take some tests? I need more of your documents for verification. You already know that. Now I remember why I quit, how difficult it is to communicate with some people. Here you go. Okay. Shaders on, sure. 30. Oh. There's an error there. Let's go talk to him. Because of an error in the documents. Wrong age. I know you can skip me even with a mistake. I've done it myself many times. You just won't get the money and that's it. Don't make a tragedy out of it. I'll change my documents as soon as I cross the border. I mean, if you're gonna be a jerk about it, I don't know, man. I think I have to refuse you. Yeah. I deny entry for the first time. I can't give you past the... I'm going to give you back your documents and your refusal. But I was in your place once. I decided who to pass and who to refuse. Yes, I was not the best border guard since I was fired, but I've never refused my people. I mean, that's why. With that attitude, I don't think you'll last long here, mister. Make enemies, it's easy enough to do in this kind of work, and you already have one. Right? I turned him away. What is the purpose of your trip? Please listen to me. My name is Lily Stone. I am late, pregnant. My husband is a resident of Ironview, but I am a citizen from Erland. We plan to have a child when I get the documents and citizenship of your metropolis, but it happened earlier. I understand that I do not have Ironview documents and I cannot cross the border legally. But I want to give birth to a child in your metropolis so that he gets citizenship by birth and he has a happy future. Please let me and my unborn child through, I beg you very much. Show me your documents. I understand, but let me take a look at them anyway. Yes, here you are. Okay. No criminal record. Okay. Yep, let's let her in. Why not? So the thing I like about this over Papers, Please is that there's not... it's each person takes an hour. It's not a time limit. Because Papers, Please was this whole, you know, clicker kind of like, how fast can you do it? I hope that everything will be fine with your child. God, thank you so much. You don't realize what kind of life you have given my child. You know, my husband and I were never able to choose a name for our son. I'll name it after you, Mister. It's not necessary, but I'll be glad. I like that name. I'll inform my husband about this today when I meet with him. Have a good job and a good life, mister. Yep. Cool. So now we get to find out what money does, because we don't know that yet. The working day is over. 3 mistakes. Questionnaire completed. Earn 45. Life is saved. Sure. What? So some of it being in Russian is a little bit confusing, but that's all right. Let's continue. So now we got to figure out what we do with our money. The door to the world of forgotten communication. Okay. The evening came when he completed your first day as a border guard. He brought with him... so the writing's a little bit... It's obviously not localized super well. A feeling of fatigue mixed with the excitement of new prospects. Leaving the building of the border station, you notice a girl standing nearby. Her gaze is persistent. Not was, but at the same time, there is something warm and kind in it. She comes up to you with a decisive step. Yeah. So it's not localized well. So you're my new colleague, Mr., isn't it? My name is Kiyomi Nakamura. I work in the next lane next to you, although we haven't seen each other all day. Hi, Kiyomi. Yes, I just finished my first day at work. However, I'm not sure that I did everything right. Don't you have a device that shows the result of your work? There is, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about... Wait, with that. I'm going to my favorite pub now. I've already got an appointment, and if I'm in late, I risk not getting there today. So if you want to continue the conversation, we can go together. Besides, I can see that you're a little tired. You can relax there, relax. You can relax there, relax, and I'll get to know you better. It's still important for me to know who I'm going to work with. What do you say? Sure. Agree. Really could use a little rest to relieve stress. I don't promise that I will drink alcohol, but I don't mind spending time either. Great, I wanted to offer you a free cocktail so that you would definitely agree, but since it wasn't necessary, follow me, it's not far. As you walked to the pub, you looked around the streets where bright neon signs illuminated the cramped alleys. The metropolis of Ironview, despite its problems, has always remained an eternal source of energy. I have a heart rate. Kiyomi led you through narrow streets winding between high concrete walls. You passed by crowds of citizens, many of whom were dressed in bright cyberpunk outfits. Okay. The music mixed with the noise of the streets, creating a loud background for this scene. This is our stop. Told you the pub is nearby. Kiyomi pointed to a door with a neon sign reading Dream of Digital Dublin. You went inside and you felt the waves of music and the smell of hookah permeating the air. The pub was filled with a motley crowd, from cybernetically enhanced gangsters to techies in tight leather suits. You felt your adrenaline start to rise from the atmosphere of the place. Just don't be scared of all these people. Appearances are deceptive. I've known some of them for a long time. They are good people, but they have to do bad things to survive. Okay? You went up to the second floor, which was designed in such a way as to provide guests with privacy without depriving the atmosphere of the pub. It was at this point that the waitress was approaching you. She was wearing a leather jacket decorated with metal buttons. Her pink hair shimmered smoothly with every movement. With a mysterious smile, she approached the table. Hi, Kiyomi. I didn't think you'd come with a guy like that. Do you have a date or what? Nora, this is my new colleague. I want to help him get used to his job. Here, get used to the job? Well, definitely a date. Okay, what will you order? Not a date. To me, as usual, an electric storm. Well, yes, you shouldn't have asked. What do you think? A colleague guy who definitely didn't come on a date. Soft drink, I guess? It's my first time here, so I'm not sure on the choice. I want to try something non-alcoholic. What is most often ordered here? Non-alcoholic? Now I believe it's not a date. Then there is one zero nectar and an electric storm. Okay, I'll get it. As soon as the waitress left for the order, you exchanged glances and Kiyomi couldn't help but smile. So what did you want to talk about? Are you having problems at work? No, just to be honest, I don't even remember what I wanted to talk about anymore. All these conversations with violators. Sometimes it seems that they forget that we are there for their own safety. You'll get used to it. We've all been through this. On my first day at work, I met a citizen who was trying to prove that he was a cyber cat. He convinced me for about a half an hour that he should be allowed to pass without documents. Fortunately, so far I've not met such strange people. Have you been working here long? For a couple of years now, but every day there's something new. And how do you survive in the madness? Trying to find my way. Sometimes you just have to forget about all this bureaucracy and enjoy the moment, like here in the pub with friends. Sounds like a plan. I wish I could learn to live like this. You notice a waitress coming towards you with an order? Here you are. Here are your drinks, guys. Thanks, Nora. Yes, thanks. Have a nice time, both of you. Having said that, the waitress, unnoticed by Kiyomi, and winked at you, and then went to take orders at another table. Oof. Yeah, the localization really needs some work, but that's all right. Well, what do you think about Ironview? You were thinking, feeling the warmth of the drink on your lips. This is a metropolis full of contradictions. There's both a bright future and a darkness here, but each of us strives to make it better. Kiyomi has been listening to you carefully. Her eyes sparkled in the dim light of the pub like stars in the sky of Ironview. She was just like the metropolis, a mysterious blend of secrets and hidden power. I absolutely agree with you. Let's drink to him. To him? To you, I guess? I don't know. Her words sounded like a call to action, filling the pub with instant energy. You drank for about 2 hours. To Ironview, to a bright future, to your own efforts in this fuss. Starting with light, almost harmless cocktails flavored with artificial fruits and fizzy sweetness, you gradually moved on to something more bitter, with a predatory sharpness that crept into your very nerve endings. The ice in the glasses melted faster, the alcohol slowly blurred reality. I didn't drink alcohol! And when you realized that you had spent enough time together, Kiyomi looked at you with a smile. Time to go home, huh? Kiyomi raised her eyebrows, hinting at the end of the evening. Yes, I think it's time. You left the pub. It began to seem as if your destinies were slightly intertwined with the future of Ironview. Thank you for not refusing to spend time with me. Suddenly she hugged you. Her warmth and friendliness filled you with a sense of comfort. You know, when I drink, I always hug. But seriously, thanks for the company, mister. I'll see you at work tomorrow. And thank you. See you tomorrow, Kiyomi. Parted before entering the pub, each going home in different directions. You're going to your station to get home faster. In the nighttime metropolis, everything seems to be soaked in electricity and neon lights. The air is filled with the noise of Ironview, the hum of engines, the subtle sounds of music from clubs, periodic flashes of fireworks that flare up in the sky like stars and plunge back into darkness. You jump on a monorail train that glides smoothly over the metropolis, offering a view of the centuries-old mosaic of architectural wonders. On the way home, you observe how the night Ironview, like a living organism, pulsates and breathes with its own rhythm. After reaching the right station and getting off the train, you get to your neighborhood. It is a peaceful refuge from the endless rhythm of the hustle and bustle of the metropolis. A place where you can enjoy a moment of peace before the next challenge. Finally, you reach your home, a small apartment in a quiet corner of Ironview. You open the door and enter a cozy space where the warmth of the hearth is felt. In this metropolis, where every next day will bring new challenges and mysteries, the house becomes the last pillar where you can find rest before the new dawn. Okay. Okay, to end the day, you need to read all the available chats. At the same time, it is not necessary to read the news and letters. The key condition is to pay for various services, housing, health, and nutrition. Okay. So now let's see how much stuff costs. So 23 bits, right? We've got 39 bits. Standing all conditions. Okay. Okay. Right, so this is pretty cool. I like this thing. So we've got to read some emails. Oh, we get to see some of the payoffs. I do not know how you were able to make sure that my brother Stan Holt is a decent man worthy of crossing the border into Ironview, but I would like to thank you for giving him this opportunity. Stan suffers from a serious illness related to memory loss. This disease was a consequence of the trauma he received as a result of the accident in which we lost our parents. I took care of him, but at one point I felt it was coming too difficult to cope with all this. When he disappeared, I felt relieved, but after a few days I realized that it was a mistake. He came back to me today. I told him everything, showed him our family photos. Yep, he remembered me and everything that happened to him, and I'm grateful to you for giving him a chance. I'm glad that there are still kind people in our metropolis, right? My name is Adam Stone, and I want to thank you for allowing me to be with my wife Lily, despite all the difficulties that could arise at the border. She is in the hospital fighting for our unborn child. We've been dreaming for so long about being together in this special moment. Nice. If our child is born of the same sex as you, we want to name him after you as a sign of appreciation for your help. We will never forget the person who helped us be together. Cool. So we get to see that sort of pays off. And I want to make sure you got home because it seemed to me that you had a little bit too... I'm already home. No trouble occurred. The object successfully reached its without incident. Welcome. I'm glad to hear, as well as the fact that you're in a great mood. Okay. We had a great time. I've been wanting to go to this pub for a long time, but it's kind of scary to go such places alone. I enjoyed it. There we go. How have you never heard of this place? It has been in existence for about 5 years. In the beginning, there were such queues that you had to sign up in advance for several weeks in advance. But in the last year, apparently, things are not going so well for them, and you can even come without an appointment. Okay, I saw how much you wanted to sleep because of alcohol, so I won't keep you. Don't forget to be at work tomorrow. I would not like to get fired on the second working day. Morning, cold shower, breakfast, work. Cool. Okay. Okay. Well, I think that that's probably enough for today. Let's go look at the description and see what the game has to say for itself. All right, Cyber Control, an interactive cyberpunk drama where you live the life of a border officer in a brutal future ruled by tyranny, manipulation, and survival. Check documents, approve or deny entry, build relationships, and face non-linear stories. Currently costs $6.29. That's a great price for this, which is really cool. Wow, there's a lot of description here. Is 20 hours of interactive drama set in a cyberpunk world where you take on the role of a border officer in a harsh future. Yep, got all that. Check documents, skip or refuse people, start relationships, and take part in a variety of non-linear stories. But remember that every choice you make is not just a decision, it's a verdict. You'll be given a chance to understand how much you can suffer for survival and how far you are willing to go to save those you love. There are no bright sides or wrong decisions in this world. There are only choices that you have to make. In a world where technology has become an integral part of life, a person's personality is determined not only by his actions, but also by the choices he makes. From the very beginning, you get the opportunity to create a unique character by choosing his appearance and defining his inner qualities. Will you be a cold-blooded performer, keeping order? Where was this inner qualities thing? I feel like this might have been written by ChatGPT. That's okay. Your main task is to check documents, and it depends on your choice who will pass through the border post. In your hands is not just a stamp, but a person's life. Behind each passport lies a personal story full of secrets and tragedies. You can be a hero to one, but a ruthless monster to another. Your decisions can lead to salvation, but they can also cause death. Every choice leads to a new story, and every act of kindness or cruelty resonates in this world in its own way. The world is full of loneliness and despair, but there's still room for feelings in it. Make acquaintances, explore friendships, experience love, but remember that in this cruel world, betrayal is not uncommon. Everyone hides their secrets. So you cannot be sure what will happen tomorrow. These connections can both save you and cause your downfall. Cool. 34 endings, one tragic destiny. With each decision you make, you change not only your own destiny, but also the destiny of others. And this domino effect can lead to the most unexpected consequences. In one life, you'll be able to save your loved ones. In another, you'll be able to destroy everything that is dear to you. In some cases, you will never be able to go back, and in others, you will find yourself at a crossroads where every action will lead to a new tragedy. Every life is a dramatic story in which it is impossible to guess which path will be the right one, because any choice has its price. Sure. You will have to live in a tragic world where light is intertwined with darkness, and you cannot always distinguish where one ends and the other begins. There's a lot of writing here, and like I said, I feel like, including character avatars and other artwork, as well as for promotional materials, all AI was manually reviewed, adjusted, and edited. Yeah, so there's a lot of AI stuff, but that's okay, I guess. Not that I'm definitely not a fan of the AI stuff, but I can understand why they might use it. Right, so this is their first game, it's their only game, and I think all of their reviews are in another language, which is why we can't see them. Language, all languages. There we go. Cool, so there's a bunch of Russian reviews. And they're all positive. I would go translate them, but this is already a long video anyway. I think it's quite a good game. I like Papers, Please, and this is like Papers, Please without the sort of hectic nature of it, so I quite like that. I like having choices to make. I really like non-linear stories, so it's pretty cool. Definitely worth the $6 if you want to check it out. It's on Steam. You can check it out by clicking on the link in the description. Otherwise, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment down below, and I will see you guys next time. Class dismissed.